made you breakfast, fresh coffee and bagels too. A new day is waiting for us. We got lots of fun stuff to do. Let's go to...
Good morning, everybody. A little bit different. I'm taking you on my morning routine. So it is 5:30 right now. I just got up, I got dressed, I fed Mo, and I came down here and I have to pay bills today. I don't think I have too many. It's the beginning of the month. I'm so behind in editing, so I have no idea when I'm actually going to publish this video, but today is Monday, March 1st. This week, Matt is working from home this week, which is nice. His flexibility too. So what we're going to do this morning is I'm going to make breakfast. We're going to hang out a little bit till it's Paul's nap time, gather everybody up in the car, and we're going to go to Costco. For us, Costco is kind of an adventure. It's about an hour away or so. This weekend was just crazy. I had all the cakes going on. So Saturday, I finished the blue velvet cake on Friday, and Saturday, the only thing we had planned was to go to my girlfriend Audrey, who is super pregnant and due 2 weeks from today. Paul decided not to nap again. It's the second time last week he didn't nap, so he's being a little fussy pants. We left the house around 3 and he passed out in the car literally a mile from the house. So I called my girlfriend and said, we're just going to drive around a little bit so he can sleep as long as possible. So he slept for about an hour and 15 minutes or so. We got to my friend Audrey's. We got outside, I gave them their gifts, their cake. She looked gorgeous, super duper pregnant. And we hung out for about like an hour outside, which was so nice for me because I don't see a lot of humans. I don't really leave the house that much. If I do, it's just like to the grocery store. So I love that. And all of our family doesn't live close by, so I don't get to see many people besides Matt. So that was really nice. Then we left there probably around like 5:30ish. It was like 5:36. And we have to take a highway, Route 66 home. It's Route 66 in Virginia, not the Southwest. So we got on that, and it's probably about like an hour and 15-minute drive from where Audrey lives in Northern Virginia to where we live. I mean, technically we're still Northern Virginia, but we live in like the country. So we get there, and all of a sudden there's a ton of police, and I thought it was an accident because it happens all the time on 66. But then I realized that there was flashy lights on all the overpasses, and if you looked forward, there was nobody on the highway, and I was like, oh God, it's the presidential motorcade. I have been behind that before, and it stinks. And what they do is the police officers get on the highway, I think it's police, and they slow all the traffic down, and then they shut down all the entrances to the highway, and they shut down all the overpasses so that the motorcade can go on the highway undisturbed. I was behind it once when they were going from DC to Jiffy Lube Live. I think it was Obama at the time. And it takes a very long time. So we were behind that. Paul was getting super fussy. I ran out of snacks. But then I realized it was actually not the presidential motorcade. A few days ago in the state of Virginia, we lost a state police officer, actually right by us. He pulled somebody over. They got out of their car and went up to his cruiser and killed him. So I don't think they've solved that yet. It's just horrible. But that was actually his, I don't know what the actual term was, funeral procession maybe. They were taking him from somewhere in Northern Virginia all the way back down here to Page County. So that was really sad, and I felt kind of bad getting a little frustrated in the car after learning that when we got home. But anyway, so we got home really late, and then I still had to do those log cakes, and I forgot to take out butter. And I ran insanely low on powdered sugar. I usually plan so well when I do cakes, but I'm just losing my mind lately. So I didn't film it because I was getting a little flustered, but they looked super duper cute. I'll put pictures here. The little smash cake, I ended up taking some of the wood color on top and making a heart shape, and I tried to pipe Hunter's birthday to 2820, but I kind of like ran out of room, but it still looked really cute. And then I used my Wilton 1M, which is a giant star tip, and I basically just did rosettes here and there, and then piped up. I saw inspiration from Pinterest. I didn't want to do just straight piping because I thought that would it just looked more visually appealing to have different lines going different ways. But that came out super duper cute. We gave that to them. I went to my friend Becca's yesterday morning, gave them the cake for Hunter's little party, and then Paul fell asleep in the car again, and I was like, I'm not messing around. So we drove around the county and let Paul sleep for about an hour, got lunch, came home, and then I was just like so tired, and it was super rainy the last few days in Virginia, and it was just, I was like a zombie. I didn't get anything done, really. So, then before we dropped off the cake, I get a text from my friend Audrey. She went into labor last night. She had her baby. She's doing very well. The baby's doing very well. So I got to see her literally six hours before she gave birth, which is wonderful. I'm so excited. I hate that it's pandemic time because my soul just wants to like go to the hospital and see how she's doing, see this wonderful little baby of hers. I'm hoping to maybe do a drive-by the end of this week and maybe just see her and the baby through the window, maybe. Hopefully they're home by then. And also what I'm gonna do is this week, I've just rearranged my mental schedule and we are just on crazy freezer meal prep because I thought I had 2 more weeks. I was going to do freezer meals for us because we're very low, and then freezer meals for Audrey and her family to help with the new baby. So obviously I don't have 2 weeks, I have like a couple days. So this week we are going to make a whole bunch of freezer meals. Let me get my book. And I'm going to be using this book. It's seriously good freezer meals. I like this a lot. So I was just flagging stuff. So I think this week at some point, and Audrey's gluten-free, so, which is not a big deal. I just can't, I'm just basically not making pastas. She doesn't have celiac, she just has an intolerance. So I am going to make enchiladas because I made those for her, and I know that she said that she suffers through, I think is what she told me. They don't bother her too much. So that is the only gluten thing I'm making. So I'm gonna make enchiladas, gluten-free chocolate chip cookies for her, basically using almond flour. I have a really good recipe, it's from the New York Times. I mean, I eat them and I'm not super duper gluten-free. I'm making breakfast burritos, cheesy broccoli and chicken casserole, and shepherd's pie casserole. I might make tater tot casserole too, which is really very close to shepherd's pie, but I didn't want to overwhelm myself, so I was thinking I'm gonna make 9 freezer meals, 3 for her, 6 for us. Actually that's, well, I don't count the breakfast burritos. And I'll make like 2 bags of breakfast burritos and give them 1, and then the cookies. So that is my game plan for this week, which actually works out really well. I think I have everything I need. I'm going to get a massive thing of cheddar cheese at Costco today and a massive thing of tater tots at Costco today. And then I think, okay, so I am going to, while the boys are still upstairs sleeping, I'm going to go pay bills, and we're gonna make breakfast. And hopefully the sun will be up by then.
Wake up, honey, I made you breakfast. Fresh coffee and bagels too. A new day is waiting for us. We got lots of fun stuff to do. Let's go to the zoo and feed the monkeys. I can lend them your baseball cap. Let's make the day a barrel of fun. Growing up is just a trap. Don't it seem like a drag? Like putting all of your joy in a big brown bag. I won't listen to any of that jazz. No, I'll never grow up.
I'll never grow up.
Growing up is just a big fat trap. I take pride in never working a day. Can't see the use of it anyway. Who can think I'm such a load of crap?